The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay. Taking stories from today's news, Rebecca and Shay will explore everything from the paranormal, supernatural, the strange and unusual, unsolved mysteries, and more. Join them as they delve deep into the unknown and mysterious, taken from news headlines. Water cooler chat with a paranormal twist. Only on Paranormal Buzz Radio. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Shay?
I am so good.
Yeah, I'm excited too because we have a guest.
Woohoo! Not only do we have a guest, but we have an awesome guest.
We do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rebecca, you want to introduce her? Who's our guest tonight?
Shana Wankel.
Woohoo!
Yay, Shana! Woohoo!
Yay.
How you doing, Shana?
Doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
It's been a long time since you and I have been on air together. Maybe 2 years? 2+ years?
Oh, it's been at least that long, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, I'm excited. And before we go any further, you're welcome back anytime.
Well, I would love to come back anytime.
Yay! See? So, Miss Rebecca, what are we talking about today?
Well, this is an article on BBC.com. It's from August 12th of 2019. This is called Pompeii Archaeologists Uncover Sorcerer's Treasure Trove.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. There's really cool pictures to go with it, so be sure to check out the article. But anyway, yeah. I'm excited to talk about this one with Shana because Shana's kind of into the witchy stuff, and this stuff looks very witchy.
Yes. And pretty.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I really like this article. It looks similar to, I think it was a different website that might have posted the same article, might have talked about it, but I almost posted it on Facebook because it's kind of right up my alley.
Yeah, I thought so. As soon as she said, oh my God, do you think Shana would want to do this? And I'm like, yep, right up her alley. I agree. So, who's reading the article tonight? Not me. We all know that.
Well, I can read it. Alrighty. I will make every effort not to proofread this article.
Oh, we do. We make fun of them. Every week we make fun of them. Don't worry.
Yeah, I already found a spelling error, so it's going to happen.
No, feel free
Go right
to.
ahead.
We have no issue.
Oh. Alrighty. Here we go. First, I would like to say I see there's some nice crystals on there in that picture.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these were definitely some women in the know, I believe.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I was trying to decide if that one looked like a ring or not, or if it's a bead, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell because it's sitting upright instead of.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like there's a few of them that look like. Then there's that stuff on the side with the gray or the black and the turquoise, and those are nice.
They're
They
beautiful.
are.
No matter what they are beautiful.
Yeah, I wish there were more pictures with the article to show these really beautiful crystals and stuff, because they are so neat looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it looks like there's quite a spread, too. I think it goes way back there.
All different kinds, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, like an overhead shot of it would have been nice.
Yeah, because the picture's kind of like on the side looking across, and then the background's blurred out. And it's like, I want to see these things. They look so cool.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, I will get into this article. Okay. Archaeologists working in the buried Roman city of Pompeii say that they have uncovered a sorcerer's treasure trove of artifacts, including good luck charms, mirrors, and glass beads. Most of the items would have belonged to women, said Massimo Osana, director of the Archaeological Park of Pompeii. A room with the bodies of 10 victims, including women and children, was excavated in the same house. Pompeii was engulfed by a volcanic eruption from Mount Vesuvius in AD 79. The fatal eruption froze the city and its residents in time, making it a rich source for archaeologists. The trove was found in what remained of a wooden box. The wood itself had decomposed, and only the bronze hinges remained, preserved by the volcanic material which hardened over it. In it were crystals, ceramic, amethysts, and amber. Scarabs, beetle-shaped amulets from the Middle East were identified, along with various gems, including a carnelian with a craftsman figure and a glass bead engraved with the head of Dionysus, the Roman god of wine, fertility, and ritual madness.
That sums up my life in a sentence right there.
Oh, that it does. They're a little further down in the article. It shows like an overhead shot. There's a ton of stuff in there.
Yeah, it looks so cool. This is, but it also too, it looks like what, if we go into the local metaphysical store, I could buy some of the same stuff today.
Right.
Yeah, but more fake. Is that the right word? I don't know. You guys are more into that than me, so it's not.
Well, I mean, like the shaped crystals and stuff like that. I mean, they're real crystals that we buy now. I mean, they're same stuff that is there. I don't know. What do you think, Shana?
Yeah, I like the place that I go to. I go to It's Raining Zen in Alton, Illinois. Gotta give a shameless plug because they're family and I love them. They post constantly on the page where they go to different parts out west, out east, and actually go to where all of their stones, their crystals, everything they get is mined. And so they're able to, be there where, the source of stuff is and pick out the crystals and everything that they get. So, which is on my bucket list. I have never mined for anything, anywhere, except in my local creek bed looking for hagstones.
Right.
Which is still cool. Yeah. But, yeah, it's sad how it happened, but, man, just to know that this same stuff came from way back then, the energy that must have been attached to it must have been incredible.
Right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd want to reach out and hold this stuff and just to feel the energy coming off of it. That would be... Oh, yeah. But I just kind of, I don't know. They're so cool looking, but at the same time, they're so... I feel like a connection with them, the items. It looks like stuff that, I could have in my collection of crystals and things.
Right. Yeah, there's some stuff like the carnelian, the amethyst, definitely. I have amethyst in abundance, so it's pretty much my power crystal, I call it. I always have some with me everywhere I go. Just in case I forget to grab a piece from home. There's some in my car. There's some in my purse. There's some just, everywhere. So, yeah.
So, since we don't have this opportunity much, can
either one of you explain the feeling you get when you hold these?
Well, for me, it kind of depends on which stone it is. Like whenever I pick my own crystals out, I do it just based on touch.
Right.
Something, I'll like get them and spread them out if there's, a big selection, and kind of close my eyes and just kind of wander over them and give them a feel. And usually if there's one that I'm meant to have, it'll give me a little zing, a little buzz, and that's the one that I pick because I feel like it's called out to me, so to speak.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's been others that, people say, oh, you need to get this crystal because it does this, and I'll check it out, but not all crystals react or vibe with everyone the same way. So what may be just the best crystal in the world to one person, I may not feel anything. And so, I take what people say into consideration, especially since, they think that it might be a stone that's good for me, but at the end of the day, if I don't feel anything, I don't get it.
No, I understand that.
I would agree too, because there's a vibration to them. I mean, that's how your quartz watch works. The vibration of the quartz is how it keeps time. So the crystals have a vibration. So yeah, when you hold some of them, it feels good. And there's certain properties attributed to them and stuff. So I'll look through, when I'm at the shop and looking for one, I'll just kind of look, sometimes some of them I'll just look at and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, I have to have it. And then others, I'll look through the properties, if there's something I'm having problems with, then I'll look for a crystal that has the properties. And then, like Shana said, I'll run my hand over and feel which one has the buzz or whatever.
Calls to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I'll feel a little tingle when I put my hand over the top of the one.
Same.
So, and then I'll just toss it in my pocket. And Shannon, do you ever have them disappear on you?
I do. I used to have amethyst disappear on me all the time, and which I have so many of them, so it was kind of funny there for a while, and I was like, where are they going? And then I'll just stop and think, maybe someone else that I can't see needs it more than I do.
It's a great way to look at it.
All the time. I mean,
I've heard different theories on it. I've heard that they disappear because you have, quote unquote, used them, or that you no longer need that one, or you just dropped it and lost it.
Shana, can you explain what amethyst usually means before we go any further, just in case anybody's listening that they don't know what their qualities are?
Right. Amethyst, well, for me, anyway, I will say what it does for me, and then I will say what it is supposed to do.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, it seems like it feels the best whenever I'm touching it. So if I'm just having a, black tourmaline and amethyst, I always have those two on me at all times. Black tourmaline is good for negative energy, and then amethyst just, makes me feel pretty good. There's a lot of different qualities that when I research the crystals, different ones that I have, there's a lot of meanings given by a lot of different people. So what it does for one person,
right,
doesn't mean that that's what it's going to do for somebody else. But I know that I read that it's usually a good healing, like a purifying, cleansing stone. I know that when it's paired with black tourmaline, for me, any negative thoughts or anything that I might be having, it kind of helps with that. And some people I know have used it as a protective stone. It's kind of like, and some people, I've heard some people describe it as similar to rose quartz for them, where it's just kind of a soothing stone. So if you pair it with other stones that help with the same things, then it would make sense to me that that would only benefit a person more with what they're using it for.
Yeah. So before we go on with the article, is there a certain place that people can look up what these different stones or somebody help me, what's the word? They're not stones. Crystals. Crystals are best for?
I mean, the internet is full of many sources. I personally have probably more books than I need to have regarding crystals and their uses and how to use them in crystal, like in grids and for chakra healing and balancing and spell work, and there's just many different things that a person can use crystals for. But the internet is definitely your friend. I will definitely point you in the right direction. It's Raining Sin is where I get all my books. They do have an online store if anybody's interested. And
we love Raining Sun. We love them.
I want to go. I have not been, but I've seen their online store, and it's like
I've never been either, but
I need to go.
Oh, you guys.
No,
you need to go.
Any of you, you guys recommend it, and I check these things out, and it's like, oh my God, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it was my second home there for a while. I was there.
It looks
every weekend.
Really cool. They've got lots and lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, when you walk into Zen, it's literal Zen, really. And they have so many different kinds of crystals, tumbled ones, which have been processed to be certain shapes or whatever, and then the untumbled, the raw ones, and then they have kind of moved some stuff around a little bit and changed things. So now there's a room in the back, and it is full of raw crystals of all different shapes and sizes, and I mean, like Larimar and Moldavite. I mean, they got just so many, just from one extreme to the other, crystals and stuff I have never even heard of. So it is incredible.
Nice. Okay. Now that I interrupted the story for so long, where are we?
Well, I stopped at where they showed the overhead shot of the picture of all the crystals, which is just, it was
distracted.
As nice as I thought it would be. And then the second picture in the article, looks like objects that were used in rituals, they think, and it's like in the shape of, there's one that's in the shape of a skull, there's another one that looks like it might be in the shape of an animal of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a bear or a dog, or I don't know. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Looks like one of those mini ponies from the dinosaur age. What are they called? Something potamus.
I have no idea what that would be, Shay.
I do. We'll continue, and then I will text you both what I mean. There was a small horse in the dinosaur age that something potamus, but that's what it looks like to me. I'm not that smart, so.
Because now I can't unsee it. Now that's what it looks like.
Or it's a rabbit. All right. I'll shut up. Sorry.
Shana had it correct. It's some kind of animal.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
She's like, what did I get myself into?
It is okay. Oh, all right. My place. It was more likely the object belonged to a servant or a slave rather than the owner of the house, Mr. Osana told the Italian news agency ANSA. None of the artifacts was made of gold, much favored by the wealthy of Pompeii. They are objects of everyday life in the female world and are extraordinary because they tell micro-stories, biographies of the inhabitants of the city who tried to escape the eruption, Mr. Osana said. Archaeologists are now trying to establish kinship ties between the bodies found in the house via DNA analysis. Perhaps the precious box belonged to one of these victims, Mr. Osana speculated. The items in the box may have been worn during rituals as charms against bad luck rather than as ornamentation, he said. The chest was uncovered in the house of the garden in Region V of the archaeological park, the same where an inscription was discovered last year, indicating that the eruption may have taken place in October 79, 2 months later than previously thought. The house itself would have belonged to a man of high status, confirmed by the quality of the amber and glass beads found in the trove, archaeologists say. Most people in Pompeii were not killed by slow-moving molten lava, but by a vast cloud of hot gas and fragments called a pyroclastic flow. The cloud surged over the city, killing its residents wherever they were and burying them in ash, preserving their final moments.
I think the whole Pompeii stuff is just totally fascinating. You know, just to see the glimpse of the life that they were leading at that point. It's just really fascinating. Sad. I mean, to have so many people killed that quickly, but from an archaeological standpoint, it's really fascinating.
Yeah, it was definitely, it's definitely on the bucket list of places that I have always wanted to see, just, you know, considering that people were just doing their everyday thing, and then all of a sudden, all of it just gone, buried.
I'm not sure I know what the Pompeii thing is. Like, I have an idea, but anybody, can either of you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, basically, Mount Vesuvius erupted, and it was this huge, massive, catastrophic event, and it just demolished the entire city of Pompeii. Some of it was, you know, I'm sure some of it was affected by the lava, but then there was like just the ash, the smoke, the
smog itself would smother people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole city was like buried in ash, and so it's extremely well preserved.
Could you say ash again? I just like the way you said that.
I have no idea.
No? Sorry.
So anyway,
we make fun of different accents, but you know, I like yours.
Well, I'm glad you like my Southern hick accent.
Hey, they call me a masshole, so you know, all's fair in love and war.
Right? But yeah, no, the whole city is preserved. You know, people are like, I don't know, when they show the people, they look like these big ashy cement things, and I don't know, it's really fascinating to me. And I agree with Shana, I would love to go there just to feel what it feels like there.
Right. Yeah, you know, I mean, there was all of this, you know, energy that was just brought to a standstill, you know, and all this life, it was probably just bustling, you know, with life, and then just boom.
Yeah, because it was instant, right? It was instant.
Oh, yeah, it was instantaneous. They all instantly gone. And so it's just like frozen in time, and they're learning so much about Rome, because this was when Rome was in one of the heights of its popularity or whatever. So they're learning so much about Roman society that it's just really neat, really, really neat.
Wow. it's so interesting and sad at the same time.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. I wonder though, it talks about how they were surprised there was no gold in here. So on one hand, they assumed they were not that they were slaves and not owners of a house because they don't have gold. But then like further down in the article, he's like, oh, it's a wealthy family because of the quality of the amber and the glass. So,
Right. So maybe if there was any gold, maybe they just haven't found it yet.
well, but maybe they just didn't want the gold. Maybe they didn't like the gold. I mean, when you think about like the rituals and stuff that we do with the crystals, gold doesn't really play a part in it. Or for
That's
me, it
true.
doesn't.
Yeah, none of my spell work, nothing gold has ever really called out to me. So, and in fact, when it comes to like jewelry and stuff like that, I prefer silver.
I prefer silver or white gold. Yes, same. If anything.
Yeah, same here. I don't wear a lot of gold. So
I don't care about financial stuff at all. That's me.
Same.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, if I'm gonna drop money on anything, it's going to be to travel. I mean, to me, that is more important which is something I definitely do not do enough of, considering my schedule and just life. But it is in my near future to get some traveling under my belt once everything is not so crazy. But that's one thing that I would definitely feel comfortable spending money on.
Yeah.
same.
I wish I could.
Memories, you know.
Agreed. I would much rather spend buku bucks on a trip than on a piece of jewelry.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the assumption that, there's no gold in there, so they weren't, wasn't the owner of the house. They weren't wealthy. Just, I don't know. Just doesn't ring true for me.
Maybe they just didn't flaunt it. I don't know. I
wonder if that's an accurate assumption there.
Shana, what do you think?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it looks... And then where did, like, the slaves, the people that actually had these crystals and stuff like that,
Right.
Where'd they get them from?
Yeah. And where did they go?
Were they passed down? Was it, like, locally sourced? Or did they have, like, local, like, natural sources of some of this stuff? Or did they get them from traveling, gypsies or like modern-day salesmen or whatever? And,
Right.
passed down to other generations? I mean...
Raining Zen in Pompeii.
Right? Yeah, I want to know where this stuff come from.
Right. I agree. And that to me is fascinating too. I mean, yeah, did they go dig up their own and shape it, or was there a place to buy it, or traveling crystal salesman who I totally want to meet now?
Right.
Man of my dreams. There we go. All right, guys. So I think on that note, I think it's time to wrap this up. This is our first guest, and I could not be more prouder of the first guest we had on here, because Shana knows I love her. Have for 5 years. I don't know. It's been a long time, but if people want to follow you, where can they follow you?
I'm just kind of doing my thing on Facebook right now. Just look me up by my name, and yeah, I'm almost at my limit on friends, but I really think Facebook needs to take that limit away.
That means you got to start a page, or like Instagram, Twitter, which sucks, but there is Twitter. I happen to love Instagram myself, but
Yeah, I have Facebook. Facebook is really the only one that I use right now. I did have a MySpace. I tried to revisit MySpace again. It's just not as cool as it used to be. And
I think somebody said it wasn't up anymore, but
I don't know if it was as cool as we thought it was when it first came out, to be honest. Like, I thought it was very cool too, and then I was like, wait a minute, maybe not.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun there for a while, and then someone was like, hey, you need to check out this place, this Facebook, and I stopped visiting MySpace so much, and then I forgot all of my contact information on there, and Facebook just became it. Yeah, and then they just kind of, whoever took over, and then it was not as user-friendly as it was before. So I just I tried it again here recently, and I just couldn't get into it. So Facebook right now is really the only place that I'm active on the daily. I may do a page. I mean, I couldn't,
it's hard work,
just
but
do my own thing.
You'll do good. I think if you almost hit your 5,000 limit on friends, either do a Facebook page or Instagram, because people need to hear what you say, because what you say makes sense. That's just my opinion. So I think you need to share as much as you can. Twitter, again, sucks. I do it, but it sucks.
I don't do the Twitter.
I've never even tried to make an account on Twitter. I just, Facebook sucks up an awful lot of my time whenever I'm at home, and so,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have several things like in the works that I'm going to be doing. I figure whenever I really get motivated and active in doing that, then I'll probably make a page, because I am trying to write a book that I'm hoping to be published this year. And I've been painting creepy dolls, and I'd like to, I'll be probably putting those up on the market. So
sure, you do.
There's a lot of stuff that I'm into, and the paranormal, of course. And so, yeah, I'll probably eventually, at some point, start up a separate page, and that way people can just...
See? I can't wait for that.
No limit.
Yeah, and when you do, let us know, because, we support you, and as long as you send us the links, we'll know about it, but you know how it is on Facebook. There's so much stuff out there. You don't always see everything.
Oh, I know. There's some people I haven't seen for I don't know how long. But, the algorithm.
Okay, Rebecca, anything else to say before we close out?
Not really, but if, of course, we have our Facebook group. If you want to send us an article or be a guest, like
I'm already laughing. Sorry.
Yeah, because I'm gonna mess up the name again. It's kind of my thing. I'm gonna butcher it somehow or another. And so and that is, I think, possibly called "Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay" podcast. Maybe at this point,
everybody can find it. They can find it on my page too, because I'll be sharing it out.
Yeah.
We
say it wrong every single time that we don't even know what it's called. But if you put those words in, you can find us.
Yeah. So go check out this article, because the pictures are really kind of cool. So,
Shana, thank you so much, and I hope you do come back. Anytime you want to come back, just come back. If you can tolerate us.
For putting up.
Yeah, you guys have not been too tough to take, so you're part of my vibe tribe.
Aww. See? That's great. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Have a great week, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you both very much for having me on, and I will definitely come back for another visit.